see you here with a little bit more of ReFantazio, but I think it will be like half an hour at most, just to see this post-game that we were not able to see last time. We just needed to talk to everyone and everything. But it's understandable not to more. So, let's go to Brigitte. Oh god, I hope it will be voiced. Hello. The king himself, out browsing the shops? Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. You're embarrassing. Why stop there? You can give me a signed handprint to display on the walls. No, just my little joke. Just kidding, yeah, sure. We are doing quite well even without royal endorsement. The Igniter made the children's request. The one that lights up the rainbow colors is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children. I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as a head of the Igniter consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in this position sooner than the church violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented. Let's focus. What matters is how we move forward though, right?
Yes.
Indeed. I can dwell on the past all I wish, but it won't change it. The future, on the other hand... I took up this post after I was nominated by my colleagues. In other words, I suppose it means people have expectations of me, and that I, too, am spoke in the will of change. Our new king has changed this country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can even disappear from the world.
Yet.
It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue doing all that I possibly can with all that I am, just as you.
Speaking of...
Ah, yes. Do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside me. Yeah, I found the dog! Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature. That's great. So, I'm so happy for you, Brigitte. So they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to the atrocities I'd committed in her name. You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you.
What do you
May
want
I
to do?
please do it now? There are still other people we can talk to, yes, sure. For example, you.
Hey!
What's the word, Your Majesty? Just one question, if I may. When are you gonna lower the booze prices in this country? I'm only kidding, yeah. Haven't felt much like drinking till I back out so often now. After I entered the tournament, I really went through some stuff. I was acting a fool on the world stage, and to you too. I'm grateful, you know. Can't speak for the rest of the country, but you've done right by us, Paribus. We got it better than we ever did. Some chuckleheads out there still try to take their aggression out on us, but they're just venting probably. I'm sure you'll do something soon enough.
Ain't this a pickle?
It was great to see you, Loveless. You're a cutie pie, with a long tail.
Ain't this a pickle?
Oh, yeah, sure. Exactly. Cat. Wait a sec, isn't it a cat from Academia? If that place was made of magic, how was it here in real life? To say nothing of how he would survive in deserted Ruinberg in the snow. That shouldn't be possible, right? I just think he's cute.
That's a good kitty.
It doesn't bother you at all? No, that's cat. He just can do what he wants. You sure are something else. If memory serves, the last king did build himself a study in the Magic Academy. Do you think Academia was styled after that, maybe? I wonder what His Majesty, what more felt when he put this little guy in Academia. The cat tends to himself quietly, utterly impartial to us. Just normal cat. Are you a witch?
King.
Oh, there you are, Leon. Heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid we'll need to clear your diary for this.
In that case,
Gosh.
Let's just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you just a gist.
Well.
Firstly, the Magic Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing, and we've already processed admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me, of all people, to be the Academy's headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress, maybe in your spare time. Oh, and shall I introduce you to my furry little friend? I scooped him up in the Academy, of all places. During the reconstruction, they stumbled on a little guy in some kind of observatory supposedly used by King long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So,
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when it fell, so we are starting from scratch. It may even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple was the Sanctum. Can we traverse it? Oh, and I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know?
Speaking of
Which was
which-
a cat. With a pointy hat and a cat, okay. And speaking of fate, on my way back I met up with Myrtus. She's well.
now we're
Interesting.
talking.
Another songstress?
yeah.
More than well. Her throat has been fine and she's fairly prominent singer about town now. The boss just keeps soaring to new heights. Her music and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey!
Surely you remember, music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through magic, it moves the hearts of others. And when they make hearts swell, why, there is no end to the magic. So just you watch. With music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Magic Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted. And if it makes the world a better place, why? Isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts. What sister you had? Who are you? I remember you. Let's talk to you.
Aha.
Hello there, Your Majesty the King. I still remember that night in the city when I first laid eyes on you. The evening of the royal funeral. It was the first time I'd ever seen someone from the Elder tribe, and I immediately knew that there was something special about you. Yeah, sure.
Place, Robin.
And I'd say I was right on the money, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember you. Hiya, boss. Oh, Dan, I suppose I shouldn't be speaking to you so casually, huh? Then again, we were rivals, weren't we? And Kaden Workshop's the official workshop of the palace engineers now. Not that it's here nor there. Besides, I'm glad you got the crown. Still lots of humans out there you'll have to deal with, and you'll need a gauntlet runner to get to them. Kaden Workshop thanks you for your patronage. So, can we go?
Where to?
Oh, everyone's here? Wow, we cannot go anywhere? Oh. Okay. But yeah, can we go to beat up this dragoness, please? No? Okay, too late? What brings His Royal Majesty here? Can't you feel the wind in your face too? Have you?
Aha.
I know how it is. I fancy all title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau and can research as I please now, but something missing. So I threw off that stuffy-old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner in the way I do.
Wait.
Eurus, maybe if you took your job a little more seriously. No, second one is better. I know how you feel.
Just a moment.
I am. The research part is at least. But you must feel it too, eh? The sudden urge to take the run into the sky and leave all the curs on the ground below. Yes. But I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given to a man who used to skulk about glorifying gauntlet runners, especially Princess Gauntlet Runner, but okay. But I'm grateful you did. You haven't seen anything yet. Why? One day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. It would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
And it's times like this I need stimulation of the mind. You have anything that might do a trick? Do a small other account? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time it popped back you pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. I do so miss traveling like that, and I really loved your insane level of excitement. Even if the relics themselves were better or left untouched, they've become the guiding principles of my research, you know.
That's
Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all.
however.
Still, it's no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Kinda understandable. Even I struggle with it, and I'm badly genius. I knew it. What I need is stimulation. Your Majesty, you know, like the soul-shaking speed and weaver of a drive engine. You let me know if you want to go out for a spin, won't you? Our dear old girl, sparkling clean and always ready for takeoff. Yeah, I would want to. I really would want to.
All right.
Really want to, but I cannot. Why?
Ripping, missus.
No, I don't know you. I still don't remember you.
Ain't this a
The
pickle?
prince has become magnificent.
Hello? Oh, wait. Hello? Yes, I'm taking care of your sister. Hello there, Your Majesty. It's great to see that you're doing as well as ever. I've just left a meeting with the provincial lords. I also preach some study teachings in various areas when an opportunity arises. Many still push back against such teachings, but that's perfectly fine. A country is well served by different perspectives. Many of the villagers have come around to this too, you know? I think that's because you all face such danger on our behalf. Still, it won't be easy to change the entirety of Uchronia. Its history is embedded deep in its roots. The country is larger, and some people will need all the power you have. The true test of your values has only just begun. I remember you.
All right.
Guido. But not your name, I'm sorry. Hi, are you surveying the city incognito, Your Majesty? Not as incognito, I mean, look at my hair. And I'm an elder. Your escorts would be gasped. Not that I think anyone is truly capable of harming you. As you're aware, faith in the Sanctus Church plummeted after our misdeeds were exposed. I admit we were arrogant and unjust, weak in custom, but people have found salvation through the church as well. I intend to restore the Sanctus Church to its true purpose, to offer salvation to those in need. As Sanctiarch and someone who was saved by the Sanctus faith myself, that is all I can do to return the favor.
May God keep you, child.
Hey,
Greetings.
working hard as ever, Leon. Were you going about town and listen to what the people have to say? Yes. Myself, I've just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about the grievances and disputes as chief magistrate. Our court has time for that? Shouldn't you delegate it? That's a question I shall throw right back at you, Your Majesty.
In truth,
Are your, as you're undoubtedly aware, in the past, many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a
Alas.
trial. I'm pleased to report things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes on, to show anything is possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. No, sorry, priestess. And my brother is making great strides as a villager chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling, I think.
The reason is,
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime. And so I practice what I
Now
preach.
that you mention
The other
it,
day I went to visit Ovis Church to inquire with those who are sick there about about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them. I was over. I
very
know
well.
that they let you in, but yeah, seems like everything is better now. Kind of, maybe. Yes, we practiced dancing together, and then we showed her mother. All of them are ready to ease into working again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope those people had was God.
I do believe.
I want to fight for them to have options under laws and systems that they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with all their values can join hands in harmony. That's what we need.
Because
You aim to achieve that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to keep working alongside you in this. Why not? I mean, I'm still open.
aha.
I mean, there is a open vacant place near me. I mean, there are two thrones for king and queen.
Wonderful.
Yes, absolutely
Ain't this
wonderful.
a pickle?
So, oh wait, I remember you.
Right.
Well, if it isn't Your Majesty, it's been a year since you've ascended the throne, and a quick one at that. It feels like the strife with Louis was but a bad dream. Had you asked me then, I would have been wringing my hands about one so young leading the kingdom, but now I'm embarrassed to have thought it.
Oh.
You had to keen eye to recognize the danger Louis posed, and a braver still to have fought him. You had a kingly caliber I never truly possessed. Still, a single year is but a drop in the proverbial bucket. Stay vigilant, king. Thank you for keeping it simple. My oh my. Oh, pardon, top. Walking green flag, yeah. What an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No guards with you today. Don't worry, I'm no tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over how the provincial governments are doing. We can convened for the new year. How are things in the
So,
interior? Oh, it's as lively as it used to be, and we owe it all to you, Your Majesty. The dodgy mess you are cleaning up for us feels like ancient history now. And I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns has employment up and overall welfare too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the government's role, but I'm happy to share my failings so I don't repeat my mistakes. You kind of, no one was teaching you how to work this position, so yeah. Seems all right now.
But of course.
Indeed, they are. The townspeople play an active role in policy and administration, and I'm not bearing the weight alone. It sounds great. I'm relieved, kind of. Of course, some lords are like I was once and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious. What with all the proceedings and
Then
disputes.
again.
Still, changing our own lives with our own hands make the process worth the trouble.
Brilliant.
And just thinking of our own will was all the inspiration we needed for change.
Lovely that.
Actually, yes, it's kind of a responsibility that you take. That you're responsible for something. You're changing your life for yourself with your own
Amazing.
actions, words, and everything. And it's kind of responsibility because you can mess up. But here, it feels better.
Hey.
Uh, uh, I hope I was able to explain myself. Okay, skulking about the city again, are we? Which is to say, Hulkenberg is on the hunt. The classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which, I dare not say. It's been a year since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed. Should we be more pretentious? Forgive me, I'll try to act more like a pretentious git from
No.
That's rich. All that royal blood in you is positively wasted, my friend. What are we to do with you? Now that not that I can talk. I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself.
Even so.
You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles a little too clearly. A general's duties feel overwhelming at times. But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives.
Hey,
Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? I, a fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you, a struggling elder traveler, and me discovering how I name my character, and yeah, us having basically the same name. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were a little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the aliens.
thank you.
I all seeing the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you. Give yourself some credit,
No.
Troll. I will still owe any credit I would take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you.
Hey,
You have a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can possibly foresee. But not only on my shoulders. I mean, I was able to delegate everything to my friends, why not? But show me the way, and I'll blaze the trail. Now in all this, it's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
that's why.
What else may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always.
Stay there.
Katerina?
Hi there.
Oh, well, if it ain't the big man himself. In comparison to you, I'm kind of not a big man. Okay, good, but you're just gorgeous woman. Good timing, mate. I just got back into town myself. Long time no see.
Oh, right.
And I've been out traveling since I took the reins on the Seeker's Recon team. Hard to believe it's been half a year. And crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. The sight, the magic, everything's so fantastic, I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense? Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different. My head spins. Makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull, if I can speak my mind. But this country is changing for the better. I'm glad I turned over the throne. I turned over the throne to you. You turned it over? To me? Did you? Yeah, I knew you'd do right by the Parappa, so I pulled out early to give you a fighting chance. Just kidding. All my cohort have found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills from being out at sea so long.
See you soon, I
But
hope.
don't worry, you're getting the head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. Do something proper kingish with it, yeah? I'll put it on my table.
Aha.
And that's it.
Oh, great.
And I forget about it.
Alright then.
So, we should go somewhere there, I think. Was it someone I know? No, just
Hiya.
random guard. I don't want to talk to you.
Stupendous.
Children? No, thank you.
Stupendous.
See there.
So, I'm a king, but still I'm wearing the same clothes. Oh. May I go shopping, please? No? Oh, not here. Here.
Oh.
Hey, Majesty, listen to this.
Retraction to
We
undertake.
just had a guest in the store claiming to be the chief of Etria. He said he wanted ingredients for the withering potions they use on the island. And, how how should I put this? The mystery will achieve you rather easy on the eyes, wouldn't you say? Wait, sorry, forget about it. I swear I had a point. I wanted to tell you that all sorts of people come to it now, and I enjoy doing business more now than I ever did before. Kind of understandable. I mean, I like going to bars, not because I drink too much, but you can grab one cocktail and just in different countries talk to different
Thank you
people.
kindly.
Locals? I mean, to talk to locals. Usually it's like kind of interesting. I mean, even if we are discussing taxes, it's still interesting.
Well, I sure don't want to go back to the old.
This place has really changed.
Yeah? Haze me?
Oh,
Well, well, I see your king is out on some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's... Ah, what's it? That's what this was about. I mean, hunt and everything. Yep, okay, I get it now. Stroll, that was a joke that I didn't get. I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on a break myself.
just
Only try not to frustrate your royal guards so much. They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titled. What could be more bizarre? A huge outcast, once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head, made knight commander. There was of course some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they become. Oh, goosebumps, why am I getting goosebumps? Accepting they become, albeit gradually. And of course became king too, to be honest.
true.
Indeed, you face no shortage of persecution, and look at you now. Grand titles and posts across the nation are no different, spread across all the tribes. I realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great is king, he alone does not the country make.
However,
Yet he stands Yoda, Magister Yoda. He alone does not the country make. Okay. Yet he stands for those very people as symbol and representative. That the king and those around him are of mixed tribes. It has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural villages. How's the
Now
diary?
that you mention,
yes,
He seems as busy as he can handle now that they've resumed trade with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights. It proved to that barrier can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing. Winds of change? Blowing in every corner of this country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. Actually, you can go. Maybe you can go and see a therapist. I mean, wearing ashes of your son close to your chest is like a little bit weird, no? Me? And someday I hope distant generations will grow only knowing born of tribal differences from history.
we
books.
shall.
You have a ways to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge the past toward it, Your Majesty. I will need to have children. For, I mean, you as successors, no? But yeah, okay, maybe now king always will be chosen. But okay, we'll see.
yo,
Hey, out inspecting again? Seems the right pain to me, but I appreciate you going to all the effort. Making your rounds, Basilio?
Hey.
Yeah, Captain of the Traden Brigade reporting in. And I'm pleased to report that there is nothing to report, Your Majesty. I'm taking a break. Bit of a mouthful in it, still not used to calling myself a captain besides. We've even taken in some survivors from Luis's troops, you know, but don't you worry. I've got two eyes on them even when I ain't looking. The way I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them how power is supposed to be used here. We owe it to you that there is less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer are turning to a life of crime to make ends meet. If Dell could see Grand Threat today, his eyes would bug out. And not just Dell, a lot of the guys who didn't make it. I wish they could have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. But as long as we keep them in our memory, it's as close to saving them as we can get, being included. We built this place with a lot of blood and tears, so I say those of us who made it this far owe it all of them of what didn't to protect it. Maybe I've got nothing to report today, but it's not like bad people. It's not like bad people just stopping being bad because you're good now.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot though, so thanks for not giving up on us or the world for that matter. I was close to it just to check out this different vending, but okay. You spotted trouble that I didn't spot first. You just spoiled me a bit. I'll solve it quick, like. Actually, good point. I mean, you tell them that there is nothing to report and everything. It's. I was always thinking that with great management, though, is when you have nothing to do, when you organize things in a way that you don't need to work. And people you're managing actually know what to do and how to do. Yeah, great.
Pleasure to see you.
So, yes, the main idea is to build an ideal process where you almost do not need to interfere. Why, hello, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. And the constant fire from knaves of all trades, con artists and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? It's been tough going. Quite right. Your critics are loud and open with their barbs, but plenty more have put their faith in you. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scums that stirs the pot and hope that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All in day's work for the royal adjutant to the civilians council. What an ally I've made, I should hope.
Hey.
I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. Obviously, yeah, that I'm doing my damnedest to see my talents for good, to use my talents for good, as I always should have. I'm sure she would.
Yes.
I hope so. I was such a problem child. I'd like to make this country where honest folk like my mother can be happy.
Now that you mention it.
Ah, that reminds me. Do you remember that Turan, my hometown's landowner? He told me to send you his regards. He since confessed his crimes and is awaiting trial. You were the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country is doing so well. There is nothing more to it.
Thank you.
I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you, and I'm proud to be among its people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even we in India can walk about free in our true forms. As a child, you're cute. You're so cute. Ah, you're curious what I look like in true form. How did you read my mind? I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save it for another time, shall we? I need to Google it after that. How will he
Alright,
look
then.
like? Yeah, in his true form.
This is all right.
Still can't believe it. No matter how many times I see it, begins walking out of the honeybee. This is pretty much back to how it was compared to this time last year. If Louis has ended up king, who knows where we'd be now? There was that whole tournament nonsense. Nobody could keep their mouths shut while that was going on. Far as a damn fool like me was concerned, the whole lot of you might as well have been telling the truth. You and Louis were just two sides of the same coin. Take no offense, will ya? Not like I can tell a lie from the truth if I try. Oh, I can't understand because I have the same issue. Kinda. To trust him at some point.
You're not serious.
Hulkenberg,
Come now.
when you finished your business outside the palace, Please promise me you'll return to resume your duties, Your Majesty. If you take this as my pressuring you not to venture out, that's not it at all. Only that as captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. Wow, the formality sounds awfully formal there, Hulkenberg. Well, that is, think of your station. How else would a nice captain address a land's king? To be all familiar, I would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces on the random fire guard.
Of course.
I can bring new fashion to this country, why not? That said, not a day goes by that I don't reflect on our travels now or only a year past. I'm regaining my pride as a knight through the journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the queens, and it was through you I learned he had lived with me. And in the end, it was your ascent to the throne I supported. I never tire of the faces the younger guards make when I tell them of the time you acted as witness to my duel. Brings back memories, yes. Not only of my duel with Rodanthe? I don't remember. But of the journey we undertook. You were the reason I could endure the fight to the end. I'm pleased to say the knights of today are nothing like what they were under Dante's command. Soldiers take up their swords not for those in power, but for the people. And as a champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king. You do not make it easy by sneaking out of the place as you do. Though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just the king but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears the voices in their truth. I will protect you with my life, and I have always endeavored to do as I have always endeavored to do, Your Majesty. Only let me stay by your side to do so. As a friend, please.
Hey?
You're great, but as a friend. Yeah, you, come here. To think that the king of our country would sneak over to my turn without so much as a single bodyguard with him. You never changed, do you? But the city hasn't changed either. Sunshade Row isn't as safe as one might hope it would be under your rule. Still, why don't you pay Maria a visit before you head back to the palace? It would definitely make her day. I mean, is she up here in her room? Okay, who haven't we talked to? Maria?
Yeah.
She's off? To the palace?
Hey?
Eh?
All right then. Go.
I'm getting more and more comfortable with his new hair. Yes, it's the end of the game. Oh, hello! Your Majesty, it's already been a year since you ascended to the throne, and 1 year since I lost my bid for it. Thinking back, I've no regrets. I'd not have been able to defeat Louis in the end as you did. That's for sure. Huh. It would have been impossible for me, I know, yeah. And for any of the other candidates, if we are honest. I've come to believe in your power, Your Majesty, though I'll not acquaintance on all fronts, you know. I'm not sure that I read it correctly, but I don't care. You needn't look further than your 6 partisans, your merry little band. I can appreciate your fighting you in a circle, but to award them all your key posts? Why, one might suspect you of collusion. A country requires views from all walks of life. Or, put another way, why not appoint me your Prime Minister? With my guidance, Ukraine would become a land of true beauty. Just when you think he's about to make a decent point, he plays his own angle. Don't let your guard down around that guy, I don't like you. Yeah, sure, of course.
Amazing. Grand, isn't it?
Is there like this speaker? I don't remember his official
Very good indeed.
title. Is he somewhere here? No? No? Okay.
So,
I think we've heard all we can from people. Should we head to where Maria is? Let's go see her.
that reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then, though.
That's
Yeah,
right.
she was. This country's turned around since then. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is it the one you've been working on yourself?
Oh.
I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, that means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going? Maybe it's just my diary. Voiced? Please, tell me it's voiced. It looks livelier. No.
Hello there.
Yes, voiced.
Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling
Leon.
Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Am I keeping
Am
my
I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
A place where I ought to be. As head of myself, I ought to show. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
You want to trust him?
Yes. I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone's here.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Why not?
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Would have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is.
So we all gathered here now, together, and we can go on a quest, side quest, somewhere.
It's
No?
definitely a little rougher outside the capital's
As
walls.
near as London.
There's
as
still
I
traces
want.
of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
Guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and learn beyond its walls. So, are we
A year
flying?
ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going
Doesn't
to fall
like you.
apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Good management.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Go to Brigitte, ask to create a device, something like mobile phone, and you're ready to go. Remote work.
There he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit? Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
Are we not flying anywhere? No, no.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
Post credits gameplay? I don't know how to call it.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
I won't force it.
I won't force you to come. I'm fine going alone.
I can't let myself stagnate. I want to learn more about the world.
I already told you. I'll follow you wherever you go.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another.
Neuras, you're definitely going with
You're
us.
king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I don't care to be kingly, I just want to do what I can.
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh?
Gadabout?
Well, I take your point, lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer.
Glad to
for
hear
the
a lot
anxiety
and
still
not
swirling in
your
the
highness
country.
from you.
So you go out and give it a proper survey. Where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized. So I'll press onward. That's the best feeling.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the ballet court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the royal Skyrunner after all. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nuris, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
I'm glad about it.
I'm glad to hear that, but Will that be all right?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed
Can't
to
you
the
smell
idea of getting out into the world
Even his
again.
eyes. Can you smell
Really?
his eyes?
It might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, but it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Let's go!
Right then, let's go.
But where is my Basilio?
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer, but he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Ooh!
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow!
And even she's with us. Be careful, girl, please.
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Let's go was a little bit too much, I think.
I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Look at that. The rubble's just bait for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
Fantasy lives on. Yeah. So. But soon you clear data, certain things can transfer over as is to a new game. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Save. Oh, it's the last one. Great. I have to save for... Ah! Wrong one.